Hi everyone, in this video we continue with our British Biology Olympiad preparation series, looking specifically into biological molecules with an emphasis on carbohydrates. Now in this video we're mainly focusing on glycogen, which is a primary carbohydrate storage molecule that's used in animals. It pretty much serves the same general function as starch does in plants, but its structure is much more adapted to meet the metabolic demands and the needs of animals, which oftentimes require rapid access to glucose. Now glycogen, as seen here, is mainly found in the liver and skeletal muscle cells, and in the liver it plays a role in maintaining blood glucose concentrations, while in the muscle cells it provides a local energy reserve for muscle concentration. And like starch, glycogen is composed entirely of alpha glucose monomers, and they are joined together by glycosidic bonds. Also, the process of making glycogen is called glycogenesis. The process of breaking down glycogen is called glycogenolysis, and it's basically the hydrolysis of glycogen. Right. So in terms of the structure of glucose. Now structurally, glycogen is much more similar to amylopectin, which is another polysaccharide that we learned earlier on, which is one of the components of starch, but it is much more branched. The glucose units that we can see in glycogen, they're linked by 1,4 glycosidic bonds along the main chains and 1,6 glycosidic bonds occasionally at the branching points. And the increased frequency of branching is definitely, I'd say, a defining feature of glycogen that distinguishes it from plant storage polysaccharides like starch and what's in their amylopectin. Now, what I'd say is pretty much very, very significant about the extensive branching in glycogen is that each branch essentially creates an additional terminal glucose unit, and each terminal unit represents a potential site for enzyme activity, and as a result, the enzyme can act on multiple sites simultaneously. Now, this allows glycogen to be hydrolyzed very much rapidly, and this releases glucose much more quickly to fit the energy demands of animals. Now, this property is particularly important in animals because energy requirements can change suddenly, especially during when animals are exposed to a lot of stress or exercising, so glycogen definitely suits and fits the needs of varying energy demands of animals.